Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue 1 Matchday 12. In the previous round, we saw PSG having a draw for the first time in the domestic league this season, as well as many goals, red cards, and last-second upsets. I'm Danail, and I'm honored to host Odds on Ligue 1 together with football and betting expert Alain Valnegri. Stay tuned to learn what tips and predictions he has prepared for you, and I'm sure you'll be able to find value in a lot of them. Please like the video, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to our channel to help us grow so we can keep delivering great content. Leave your comment below and let us know what are your predictions for Ligue 1 Matchday 12. So now let's get on with the show. Hello Alan, how are you today?
Hello Danail. Well, impatient to watch this really interesting journey in France.
Yeah, match day 12 is going to be very exciting as it looks, because in the previous match day, PSG couldn't score a goal for the first time in the league, and they also draw for the first time in Ligue 1. So on Friday, they will take on Lille, looking to they're looking to get on the winning way. 2 goals were disallowed in the last clash between Marseille and PSG, actually, which resulted in the first draw, as I just mentioned. However, they remain on top with 28 points. Messi still hasn't scored a goal in the domestic league, and perhaps he will need some more time to shine. Meanwhile, Lille are also coming to Le Parc des Princes on the back of a draw against Brest. They are currently 10th with 15 points, and despite the high odds here, we've witnessed an upset in April last season, where Lille took the victory with 0-1. Is it possible for a similar outcome again?
I don't think so, because it's not the same Lille. Lille changed a lot. Their loose powder in offensive phase and in defensive way in the big match. They concede a lot. Against Paris Saint-Germain, you pay cash that one, and Paris Saint-Germain must to react, because they lose against Rennes, their draw against Marseille, and the sensation are not the best in a collective analysis. Is not the best. And Friday, I think in the head of the player of Paris Saint-Germain, they lose the Ligue 1 last season in that game. You mentioned Paris against Lille, and Lille was able to win in Paris. I saw a lot of goals for that games. I think the odds over 3.5 with 2.20 are interesting, and the offensive player of Paris Saint-Germain must wake up, and it's the best moment to do that.
Yep, definitely. It looks like only Mbappé is doing something right now in the team. Neymar and Messi look a little bit lost, in my opinion. On Saturday, we have Metz and Saint-Etienne, 2 teams in very poor form at the bottom of the table. The hosts from Metz have 3 consecutive defeats and only 1 win so far in the season, while visitors from Saint-Etienne are still without a win. Another interesting fact is that Metz are the worst hosts, while Saint-Etienne are the worst visitors. So I don't know what to expect here.
I think that both teams are in similar moment at point analysis, but the sensation the feeling are different, because Metz I think is already worse than Saint-Etienne. Saint-Etienne, the problem in Saint-Etienne is a team really young, and they have a problem to manage the game. We saw against Angers, the team are able to have a reaction in change. Metz, I don't feel something positive in Metz. Both managers are in risk. Saint-Etienne, in my opinion, have more game than point, because they play well. They're great. Only the game in Strasbourg maybe is a little disappointed, but against Angers we saw a team with life, a team with his manager. In change Metz, I don't saw a team like last season where was the underdog of Ligue 1. Their lose is powder in defensive phase. They received so many goals. I think Saint-Etienne will be win his first game. Is 7 years they don't won in Metz. Is the best moment for them to start his season. And I saw Saint-Etienne winning in Metz. Sig 2 odds 2.75.
Great. It might very well actually happen. So that's the tip here for the game. Lyon and Lens is the next one. Lyon took a beating in the very dramatic game against Nice in the last round, which ended with 3-2 in the penalty in the 89th minute, and then a decisive goal in the 93rd minute. Kadewere, I think is his name, was sent off in the 85th minute and will definitely be absent for Lyon in this match. Meanwhile, Lens are enjoying a great season so far, occupying second place and managed to beat Metz with 4-1 in the previous round. The visitors have no injury concerns prior to this meeting, up to my knowledge. So.
But Lyon is one of the best team to saw playing when you are not fans of Lyon, because is a team unpredictable. A lot of difficulty with the management of the emotion. The game in Nice mark that. But the offensive phase is really funny to show Lyon. The technical value are really high, and against our team, in my opinion, the best underdog of the season. They travel really well. We remember they won in Monaco, they won in Marseille, their draw in Rennes, and the last game they lose away against Montpellier. I think it was an accident, because Lens don't play in Europe every time 1 week to prepare the game and have a lot of stability in the game. The offensive transition of Lens are one of the best, not only in France but in Europe. And Lyon suffered that. The team has are really fast in transition, and to give you who will win the game is difficult. But I think we will be saw a lot of goal in that game. In last 25 years, Lens won only one times in Lyon. Is the moment to make a big prestation, a big game. But I saw the goal sign over 3.5 goals, odds 2.30.
Very interesting. You expect many goals in this match, and I hope you'll be correct, because this means we win some money. On Sunday we have Angers and Nice. Angers managed a 2-2 draw against Saint-Etienne and are currently 6th in the league with 17 points after allowing an equalizer at the dying 94th minute. Now the team will need to find their winning path in front of the support of their supporters. On the other hand, Nice defeated Lyon in Matchday 11, and as we just mentioned, but also played Marseille in the midweek from a postponed round, which ended in 1-1. This was actually last night. Nevertheless, Nice are currently third with 19 points, and I think we are in for a very interesting battle here.
But after a brilliant beginning of the season, Angers lose some point. They have a lot of problem inside of the club, not sport in the sport department, but that one have an influence of the team. We saw the fragility about the team in some games against Angers, against Saint-Etienne last week, when we win 2-0 at that level. You must to win the game, and they can't now. Problem of emotional management of the game against Nice is a big problem, because Nice is a team of Galtier, really strong in the head, a team with a play identity really marked. I think Nice is probably one team will be finished in the three first position, and in that game away, the team of Galtier feel better. Is a things when he was in Saint-Etienne, when he was in Lille, when they play away, is a team with a lot of argue to win the game. The odds are really interesting. The difference between the team are highest than the odds. I saw Nice winning in the west of France Sunday, seeing 2 odds 2.45.
That will be a great game to watch. I think if you're just neutral fan, maybe we'll see again a lot of goals like the previous round. Bordeaux and Reims. Bordeaux are in a 5 back-to-back winless run and now dangerously close to the relegation zone. In the previous fixture, they recorded 2 consecutive draws with 1-1 to Nantes and 1-1 to Lorient. Reims are also not in a good form themselves, having lost with 1-2 to Troyes in Matchday 11 and also winless in 3 in a row. The visitors are currently just 1 place above Bordeaux with 11 points, and every point here will be vital.
Yes, is curious because since Stade de Reims was back in the first division in 2013, they never lose in Bordeaux in 6 games, 3 winning, 3 draw, and I think it's a good moment to kill these stats for Bordeaux because they need points. Petkovic plays job, risk a lot. It was a summer really difficult for Bordeaux. With the club, it was sold. They have a problem with that balance in economy perspective, and now they are building a team. The market was not so easy because they can't pay a player for a transfer, but the sensation, the feeling are good. But it's a young team. Team. Maybe it's the best moment to play against Stade de Reims. It's not in a very good moment. It's the most difficult moment about the Oscar Garcia management in Reims. I see Bordeaux will be winning the first game at home. They don't win at home in this game. Is the moment in case of a victory of France, Petkovic will be lose his job. I think the team are with Petkovic. I saw a victory of Bordeaux, seeing 1 odds 2.55.
It's going to be a tough game for sure, and Petkovic needs to improve his management. Next game is Montpellier and Nantes. Montpellier have lost 3-1 on the road to Monaco and now try to bounce back at home, where they are very solid so far with a record of 3 wins, 2 draws and just 1 defeat. Meanwhile, Nantes continues their good run with 2-1 against Clermont. However, away from home, they have only won so far this season, and despite trying to fight for a spot in the European football, this game will be tough in my opinion.
Montpellier, you saw that they're really strong at home, and then they make the 80% of his point at home. In change, Nantes away won only against Angers this season. It's true, Nantes found an identity of play. That one is good for Camboire for not suffer like last season, where there was near to go down in Ligue 2. But Montpellier is really strong at home. They suffer. Nantes suffer a lot. The team with velocity in his last line with the creativity. Nantes, Montpellier in the midfield are a team played very well. Mollet, Savanier are really good player, and against team who's put the block low, Montpellier feel comfortable at home, and I think Montpellier will be follow his positive streak at home. Victory of Montpellier, seeing 1 odds 2.40.
Yes, this could very well happen. Strasbourg and Lorient is the next game from Matchday 12. Both teams are separated by just 1 point and are respectively 11th and 12th in the current standings. Strasbourg have lost to Rennes in the previous matchday, while Lorient managed a 1-1 draw at home to Bordeaux. The odds here suggest that Strasbourg is favorite at home, but I would like to hear what you think.
I think Strasbourg is favorite for this game. When we analyze the model and shape of play, Lorient will the possession of the ball is one of the concept, strongest concept that have with Pellissier in his bench, and Strasbourg feel comfortable without the ball to attack the space, to start a transition in the opposite way. That are really strong, but they need this space. Strasbourg suffered when they don't have this space behind the defensive line, and it's a game for Strasbourg. The feeling are better. The beginning of was difficult for Strasbourg with the new trainer, but now I think in Rennes we saw a good Strasbourg with a team are in very good form in Europe and in Ligue 1. Lorient, we saw some limit in Marseille. It's true that they have a really good season, start of season, respect to the last season, but now is not a very good moment. The game against the Bordeaux, I think must to win that game, but they don't have a lot of experience. Strasbourg have experience. They play at home. I saw Strasbourg winning this game, seeing 1 odds 1.95. Okay,
I agree with you. And then Troyes have found a good rhythm with 2 back-to-back victories over Nice and Reims. Now they will hope for yet another positive result at home against Rennes, who are also in a great form themselves with 3 consecutive victories, with most recently against Strasbourg with 1-0 in matchday 11. Rennes seem to be favorite in this clash, but what do you think will be the final outcome here?
Rennes is a team with a brilliant talent, really young team, building with intelligence. All the things are very good in Rennes, in the sport, from the sport director to the trainer and the young talent. Now, warning, because Troyes is in a good moment. They start bad. They suffer to acquire the rhythm about the Ligue 1. But in this moment, we saw against Nice, we saw in Reims, he's a team defend really well, and they start to found the goal. You know, this the key in the football. Is a very interesting game. I saw a draw. I saw a draw for that game. The odds are 3.80. And I think it's one of the game this weekend with a high possibility to draw.
Good. And also for someone who likes to back up, maybe they can play a double chance or even draw no bet or agent handicap 0 for whichever side they choose. Then we have Brest against Monaco. Brest still hasn't tasted a victory this season, which will give them a confidence boost they much needed. In the last round, they took a point from Lille, but are still in the relegation zone with 18th place. And actually, social media really loved this match, Lille-Brest, because the wordplay. Meanwhile, Monaco is the 8th in the standings, bounced back from the defeat against Lyon and won against Montpellier with 3-1. The team is 8th with 17 points and are in the fight for a spot which gives European football next season. So I think it's going to be interesting here.
Yes, the table don't show that different between the team. If we analyze the game of Brest this season, they make a very good game against the biggest team in France. Their draw in Lille, their draw in Lyon at the beginning of the season. The game against Paris Saint-Germain was very good in the content. Is a team with a lot of powder, a lot of solution in offensive way, but sometimes you have some weeks, and the team can be found the lucky, because they are really unlucky. They don't win yet. Brest, and it's really strange for the content of the game. Some result really surprised when they watch the game and you saw the results against the big team. I saw that. I said that Brest is comfortable, and I think they will be comfortable against Monaco. Monaco will play with the defensive line really high. You have Favre, the player of Brest, are really motivated against Monaco, because he passed for his former AS Monaco, but they don't give him the chance to play in the first team. The double odds 1x is interesting, 2.05 for the odds, and it can be the stadium where we will be a surprise this weekend.
Yep. I also love surprises, especially when I have bet some money on them. And the last game of Matchday 12 will be Clermont and Marseille. Clermont is struggling for consistency, recorded their 4th defeat of the season to Nantes with 2-1 on the road. However, they are much better at home, where they have 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat, but we will have difficult game against Marseille's side, which will be motivated to end their run of 2 consecutive draws.
But Clermont is one of the funniest team to saw this season, because they have a really offensive model of play. They have he's the same team than the last season, who was one of the most interesting team to show last season, and they have that model. They don't avoid that shape of play, and it is really interesting to watch that game. But against team of Marseille, they have a difficult to change the register. Clermont suffer when you keep the ball, because it's a team building for playing with the ball, with a lot of intensity, with an high risk. But when you quit the ball to Clermont, they suffer a lot. And that point, or that tactical concept, is key concept for St. Pauli team. Marseille must win that game, because it's 5 in the last 5 games. They won only 1. And they must to start to have a winning streak, and it is a very good moment for St. Pauli to send a message to another team who was compete for the champions. It's key to enter in the champions for Olympique Marseille this season, but you have a lot of team can be champions team at the end of the season. The odds are really interesting. I think is a very good opportunity to double your betting. Sig 2 odds 2.30 victory of Marseille.
Away win sounds like a good bet to me as well. And we've analyzed all 10 games now. Alain, please can you give us an ACCA of the week?
Yes, is Metz Saint-Etienne, Signe 2 odds 2.75.
Mhm.
Angers Nice, Signe 2 odds 2.45. Strasbourg Lorient, Signe 1 odds 1.95.
Mhm.
And Clermont Foot Olympique Marseille, Signe 2 odds 2.30. The sum are 30.21.
Wow, that's quite high. Only if you bet 10 euros, you're
I like the
going
risk.
to
I like the risk.
going to get 30 euros. So 300 euros actually. So guys, if you want to try what Alan has suggested, be sure to bet only a little bit, which you can afford. So we don't give 100% chances here. It's only entertainment. What we do, we try to analyze every game and give you the best possible vision of it. Thank you, Alan, very much. I enjoyed at the time with you. And
thank you very much. Thank you very much. See you soon. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. All right, we have all games from Ligue 1 Matchday 12 analyzed and predicted by Alan, and you're now able to see his tips on your screen. If you enjoyed the show, please like it, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, share with your friends, and make sure to stick around because we'll be back later on with another great show. Check out the rest of our YouTube content, and please follow us on all social media channels to stay in the loop. See you soon and stay on the right side of the money.